Welcome back to another reaction for a Livid Lady's Guide to Getting Even, How I Crushed My Homeland with My Mighty Grimoires, Episode 1. I'm going in blind, but this sounds like a revenge story, and those could be fun.
Elizabeth! 貴様の悪行の数々、もはや4
Okay, gotcha. So, we have a villainous story line. Okay.
にすることはできない。
Wait. So, we have a villainous... This is most likely villainous storyline. She's going to be this, oh, I'm not going to marry you because you bullied my fiance. Bullshit. However, with the caveat that she turns into a villainess, normally it's like, oh yeah, and then I get reincarnated and I'm going to be good and nice and I'm going to be sent away and I'm just a good person and I never did anything. But if the person then turns around and is like, you know what? You told me I'm a villainess. I'm going to destroy you. Okay. This could be nice.
何のご冗談？黙れ！王太子である俺の婚約者という立場を利用してシルビア・ロックイート女、いや、愛しいシルビーへの悪行の数々、すべて知っているぞ。それもシルビーに対する醜い嫉妬からだ。先日はシルビーを階段から突き落としたらしいな。殿下、いえフリーダ様。いかに最小であるレイストン公爵の霊像とはいえ、もはや見過ご霊像とはいえ、もはや見過ごせん。エリザベート・レイストン、今この時をもって貴様との婚約を破棄し、地下牢への投獄を言い渡す。
I probably have to do this every time we have a story like this. What is his position? He's a prince. Who decided his engagement? The king. Is he the king? No. Can he rescind the engagement? No. The only one that can rescind the engagement is the king. Let's say she did all that. Let's say she's a bitch. She bullied her to death ends. She is horrible. And the king could still be like, it doesn't matter, you have to marry her. This is a political marriage. This is not a, oh, I need someone good on my side. No, it doesn't matter. That is why this is always weird for the prince to be that way. Also, he mentioned one thing, that supposedly she shoved this girl down the stairs. No other charges. Second, he said that he got told that she did this. No evidence. No witnesses. Someone told him. Who is that person? Can we talk to them? Can we listen to their part of the story? I assume not. And that is enough for not only rescinding the engagement again, which he most likely cannot do, and then trying to imprison her, which he probably could. He probably can command her to be imprisoned, but she would be left free. I mean, the king would go in and be like, what are we doing? You can't, because the engagement happened for a reason. The king is not like, you know what, I'm going to engage you to some random girl. No. This has a strategic reason why the king is doing that. And that means that her house is important enough that you should not mistreat her, because that is going to enrage the Duke house she is part of, which in turn is going to make their relationship strenuous, and that is not what the king wants. Again, the king is at the top, and it's like the king at the very top, the prince theoretically somewhere below that, but there's a big gap because you can be disowned. You can just be thrown away. You just need a second son and you are gone if you don't behave. Interesting opening. Interesting. First off, it sounds very upbeat kind of deal. Now the visual is also pretty nice at the beginning. Different characters. It seems like our girl is going to fight a bunch of other girls. Maybe like friendly matches, but she is definitely fighting, so she is able to use the sword, she's able to use magic. And then we had the little fight where she turned everyone into ice and they broke apart, which was like, okay. We already plus point. Getting rid of enemies already. At that point I didn't know. Bandits, who knows? And then a lot of bloody stuff, which I'm here for. I'm here for a good revenge story. There are some revenge stories that turn into a little bit too much. So let's hope. I'm assuming this one is not going to do the same. Like Redo of Healer is the revenge story essentially. And we know how that turned out. So let's hope that this is good. Okay. Despair and the promise of revenge.
私、エリザベート・レイストンはハルドリア王国の最初、ジーク・レイストン公爵の娘として生まれ、物心つく頃から王太子であるフリード・ハルドリアの婚約者であることが決められていた。文武に勤しみ、幸いなことに容姿にも恵まれた私は、王太子の婚約者として王宮に上がってからは、王国のための執務を一手に引き受けていた。
I worked diligently in managing the kingdom's clerical affairs. So she's actively working for the kingdom. Yeah, I feel like this is what I would like in these kind of stories. I would like for the king to just come and be like, what the fuck did you do? And just slap the shit out of his son. I mean, he may not be able to revert the actions, but he should punish his son. Now, there are a tiny amount of shows that do that, but it is very rare. So the maid, okay.
ありがとう。お嬢様、あまり遅くまで根を詰めるとお体
So this is before the engagement got rescinded?
に毒です。この案件の決裁と申し送りだけは今夜中にしておかないとならないわ。
This is also one of those things.
それは本来
I would be. It's always we need to make an enemy, in this case a prince, who we can just really dislike, who doesn't have any redeeming factors. I would have liked at least make him not incompetent in terms of being a prince. Deal with the situations, work as a prince, whatever. Like she's saying, this is supposedly the prince's task. Because at the moment we have a prince who is somewhat stupid. He's unable to verify the situations himself. He's unable to see the bigger picture. He's also not really doing his job, meaning that he's lazy about the stuff he needs to do. There's no redeeming factor that we see from the prince. And I would have liked him to at least be somewhat good at something. I don't know what. But give him a little bit of something.
皇太子様が決裁なさるべき事案では殿下は ギアコ商会主催の会合でお忙しいそうよ。会合とは名ばかりのパーティーです。そもそも政務を何もかも婚約者であるお嬢様に丸投げして。およしなさいミレイ。申し訳ありません。殿下が口を出してくるとかえって面倒になることもあるし、私がやってしまう方が早いもの。お嬢様。それに私が政務と向き合っているのは王国の民たちのためよ。
And this would, I feel like the king would be here again. There's a king. We have not seen the king yet, but the king would probably be like, okay. He knows that she's doing all this work. The king, because this is inside the castle, the king should know everything that is going inside the castle. So he should have all the information. If it's inside the castle, the king should be able to know about it. So he should know that she's doing all this work, and he should know that, hey, I did a good job. I chose the right person as the fiance of my son. Someone who is able to do all the clerical work, who is able to fight, who is doing all of these extra things, who is going to be a fantastic queen. Right? And as soon as I hear that my son decided to annul the engagement, knowing what I lost, I would be so angry.
当然のことをしてるだけ。
そりゃなんたってエリザベート様だろう。王宮内で俺たち国民の味方って言ったらあのお方がピカイチさ。
エリザベート様がいなかったらこの国はもっと貧富の差が激しかったかもね。
一度お顔を見て直接お礼を申し上げたいね。感謝感謝だ。
誰も気づきませんよ。肖像画も出回ってないんですから。
Oh.
別にそういうわけじゃ。
Oh. So outside people don't even know who the benefactor is. And I feel like this city specifically, as soon as they hear that the engagement got rescinded by the prince, I feel like everyone here is going to start a riot. Especially because she gets imprisoned as well.
もっと力を尽くさねば。王国を豊かに。すべては民たちを幸せに。
毎日精が出るな。
殿下、ご用向きは？
なあ、ギアコ紹介だがな。王室への出入りの口を聞いてくれと。
No. Simple answer. No.
に頼まれてな。
あそこは小売店の利益を必要以上に搾取しているようです。王室への出入りを許可するには品性に欠けるかと。
何？
近々王室として警告を与えるつもりです。
おい、そんなことしたら俺のメンツはどうなる？
What reputation? That you suck dick?
取り潰しはいたしません。他ならぬ殿下のごひいきですから。ですが、出入りに関しては商売の姿勢が改まったのを見届けてからでもよろしいかと。
婚約者らしく、もう少し可愛く俺の言うことを聞いたらどうだ？
殿下、くれぐれも王室の名に傷がつきませぬようご自重ください。ロベルト殿。
は。
殿下におかしな虫がつかないようよく目を光らせておいてくださいね。
差し手がましいとは思いますが、殿下も日頃の政務で。
He's doing nothing. Shut up. This is your job. You should be the one reminding him of all this stuff. It shouldn't be her job to do this.
気疲れしているかと。エリザベート様は殿下の婚約者。もう少し優しいお言葉を。
Now, she can't attack the prince, but I would punch him. Shut the fuck up. Do what I told you.
肝に銘じますわ。でも小さなほころびから国が傾くこともあります。
殿下は小さなほころびだと。
あくまで例えです。忘れないでください。国が傾けば苦しむのは民たちです。
はい。
馬車の用意はできた？一日体が空くなんて、次はいつになるかわからないもの。今日はなんて、次はいつになるかわからないもの。今日は羽を伸ばさなきゃ。お父様、ごきげんよう。
急遽国際会議が開かれることになったとの通達が来た。
まあ、いつですの？
来週早々だ。陛下は明朝ご出立しなければならない。無論宰相として私もお供する。
ですが、来週は王国建国記念パーティーが。
魔物出現に関する重要な会議だ。欠席するわけにはいかん。
ではパーティーは中止ですわね。
遠方の賓客はすでに国を出ているだろう。中止にはできん。
ですが、国王と宰相が不在では。
エリザベートに全て任せる。
私にはそんな大役は。
これは陛下のご意志だ。お前に任せておけば全て大丈夫だろうとのお言葉。王国主催のパーティーだ。くれぐれも粗相のないようにな。
お嬢様。はあ、休日はお預けね。
I mean, the king seemingly has a very high opinion of her. I can't really gauge the dad. He could be an asshole, he could just be very strict. I don't really know. But again, he's a chancellor. Going against this family seems such a bad idea. And also, again, this is what I said earlier. Have something going for the prince. He's like, oh, this company, they want an audience with the king and stuff. And it's like, okay, do you get something out of it? Are they paying you money? Do you get some kickback? Is there something you get? Or is it just they kiss your ass and you are like, oh yeah, I love these guys. Come on.
私がここでわがままは言えないわ。何者ですか？シルビア城、ロックイート男爵家の養子になって最近王宮に上がったそうよ。歯に絹を着せぬ物言いが貴族の殿方には新鮮に映るらしくて、殿下も熱を上げてらっしゃるとか。堂々と中庭で不謹慎です。殿下のおそばにいるのならふさわしいやり方を教えてあげないと。お嬢様がなぜ殿下の浮気相手の世話まで。構わないわ。これも私の務め。殿下が第二王妃を迎えることだって当然よ。
I mean, it is not necessarily wrong, sure. However, being so open about it without any official situation going on, I mean, she's not officially his consort, means that this is very unbecoming. I feel like everyone who sees that and is not necessarily kissing his princess ass should have a less opinion of him.
あなたの些細な振る舞い一つで殿下のひいては王国の評判に傷がつくこともあります。はい。右足を痛めていますね。去る貴族の方と遠乗りに出かけた時に痛めたのじゃなくて、殿下のお耳には入れません。ですが今後殿下以外の殿方と親しくすることは現に慎んでいただきたいの。はい、肝に銘じます。
Sounds like as if this was a game and she's like the heroine and goes for all the love interest. But yeah, you know, it's one thing if the prince flirts with her, which again, I would, as a nobleman, if this was my kingdom, it would be very unbecoming of him to do that openly. And not even regarding, I mean, medieval age time, you don't do that really openly, flirting like that, right? But then the woman he is flirting with is also flirting with other dudes, which I feel like would be a scandal waiting to happen. We do know she's a bitch, so. And evil.
シルビー、ここにいたのか。探したぞ。これから中庭の方へ行こうと思うんだが。シルビー、どうしたんだ。足を痛めたのか。何があった。
私が至らなかったのです。エリザベート様。
エリザベート。エリザベートに何かされたのか。その足はまさか。あの女、可愛いシルビーに何を。許さんぞ。エリザ
And again, so he only listened to what she was saying, which. And this is only happening because the king and chancellor are away. It's again the setup. I wish it would be showcased more what the nobles think about the situation. Because as a nobleman, I would be like, what's going on? Because they are not stupid, right? Sure, they are not going to try to be on the bad side of the king, of the prince, to then, you know, is they are the royal family? Sure. But I would also be like, he's making a fool out of himself. He's doing this in front of everyone for no apparent reason. He is together with a Charlotte that is, you know, also engaging in illicit relationship with other dudes. And they are pushing away the only person that is doing a lot of stuff here. She's not only working in the palace itself, which they probably don't know because this is behind doors, but she's also in control of this big conglomerate or whatever that, you know, what she was doing, the little shop. We don't really know what it is. Fluffin or whatever. Which is also pretty well regarded. The people like her. So I would see him as less already.
先日はついにシルビーを階段から突き落としたらしいな。
殿下、いえフリード様。
もはや見過ごすことはできない。エリザベート・レイストン、今この時をもって貴様との婚約を破棄する。
私には何一つ身に覚えはございません。何より今は大事なパーティー。お客様の面前でそのような。ロベルト。
殿下に傷をつけたのはお前の方だ。
シルビーはけなげにも。
And this is the worst part. This guy who should have, he has all the information. He knows this is all not true. But he still decides to take revenge on her because he's also a little bitch.
お前をかばっていた。自分が至らなかったのだとな。
そういうこと。
えへ、この女を地下牢へ連れて行け。
ですが。
恐れ多くも。殿下のご寵愛を受けたシルビア女を殺めようとしたものだ。
しかし。
I mean, as a guy, I assume every noble guy, unless they, again, kiss the princess ass, is thinking the same thing. What is going on? Well, what are you doing? What is this farce? Why is this happening right now in front of everyone? Why is the prince deciding stuff that the king should decide? Where is the king?
構いませんわ。殿下のご命令に背くことはできないでしょう。
は、ご案内いたします。
罪人に気遣いなど無用。
皆の者、聞け。私は宣言する。たった今、ここにいるシルビア・ロックイート嬢と婚約することを。
Really? Clapping? Come on. Again. And they're all like, oh. This is the setup. I don't know why the setup is always so stupidly done. Because most of the noble people would be like, what the fuck is going on? He cannot decide his engagement. He has no power. He has zero power. He's more powerful than the nobles, sure. Inside the palace, that is. But he has no power. He cannot decide his engagement because that is only something the king decides. If he wants to be engaged to her, he can, but not as a prince. It's that simple. And it's like, why are we doing this? I mean, we do have the explanation the king is not here. Sure. But as a nobleman, I know this is not how this should go, and it's not how this would go normally. And I would like the red-haired guy would be like,
エリザベートに任せよう。
投獄しておいて、国の重要な仕事はいつも通り私に丸投げ。ここまで無責任だとは、殿下にはほとほと呆れるわ。
the maid.
来たわね。ちょっと、あなた。
はい、いかがなさいました？
ヒプノシス。あなたはそこに座っていなさい。
If you can do that, can't you do that to the prince?
そして今見たことはすべて忘れるのよ。
はい。
もういいわよ、ミレイ。
So she's coming every now
お
and
手数
then.
おかけしました、お嬢様。この1ヶ月何の動きもない。お父様たちに連絡は言っているのよね。それが後始末はエリザベートに任せると。お嬢様はなぜそこまでこの国に尽くされるのでしょうか。なぜって、私は貴族で国や民のために働くのは当然です。私は家が没落し、奴隷か路上生活をするしかないという時にお嬢様に救っていただきました。恐れ多くも腹心と呼んでくださるあなた様を敬愛しております。ミレイ、だからこそお嬢様を都合のいい時に便利な道具のようにこき使うこの国の奴らが許せない。確かにあの殿下やロックイート城ロベルトの所業は目に余る。国王陛下やお父様の態度もひどいもの。でも民たちに罪はないわ。
I mean, the king is the only one that wanted to do something and got overruled by the chancellor. I don't know, how against killing is she? Because how about we just assassinate the prince and go away? You know, we go to a different country. Thoughts? Because she's saying, with the prince in control, this is going to be bad for the kingdom. And if the king ever dies, the prince is going to be king, and he's already a detriment. He's going to be also a detriment if he becomes king. So to help the people in the kingdom, it is, I feel like, your duty to get rid of the prince. I mean, you don't need to kill him. You kidnap him, you bring him to a desert, you leave him alone. If he survives, okay. But it should be a lesson that to him that maybe he should rethink his way of life. Something along those lines. If it is really all about the people, then you need to get rid of the prince. ASAP.
私はこの国の民たちのためにお嬢様の名誉を傷つけるような噂が広まっています。噂？嫉妬に狂って男爵令嬢を暗殺しようとした。王太子を差し置いて祭りごとに口を出し、国を乗っ取ろうとしている。出どころはいずれもあのクズ。王太子殿下とつながりのある者たちに行き着きました。根も葉もない噂ですが、 民の中には真に受け信じる者が日に日に増しています。民がお嬢様のことを国を破滅に導く魔物の化身だという者たちまで。魔物？常に国と民のことを考え働いてきたお嬢様をくだらない噂だけで見限る。私は許せない。お嬢様に頼るばかりで心配すらしない国王もレイストン公爵も、何よりお嬢様の価値を理解しないあの王太子、お嬢様を陥れるあの男爵令嬢も、私はこの王国が許せない。そうよね。
Now, same situation. Sure, you know her for a long time. She was at your side for a long time. I would not necessarily trust it. I would go outside if you can. I mean, it seems like she is powerful enough. Listen if the rumors are true. If the rumors are out there, okay. Then it's go time. We do what we have to do. You know, kill the prince. Definitely. Yeah. Again, but I would not same with the prince. Just don't blindly listen to her.
ありがとう、ミレイ。目が覚めたわ。さっさとこんな国からは出ましょう。お嬢様。結婚は5日後。結婚後に接触したい人物がいるので準備してほしいの。何なりとお申し付けください。紹介の方はいかがいたしましょう。幹部の交代を受け入れ、交代した者たちには出国して待機するよう伝えて。ただし情報収集のために何人かは王都に残しておきましょう。
And extract all the finances out of the company.
かしこまりました。
Before, right?
ミレイから他には僭越ながらそちらをどうにかされた方がよろしいかと。お嬢様の仁義であればすぐに修復できます。そうね。お嬢様、お嬢様の新たな門出に神の祝福があらんことを。ありがとう。
She was in the opening because this sounded like she's going to be executed because she's the maid of her. However, she is doing invisibility stuff and so on. Now, because the consequence of listening to her is just leaving the kingdom, okay. Then maybe we don't need to verify. But if we wanted to assassinate the king, which I am in favor of, we should maybe ascertain if these rumors are true. Or if what she said is true about the rumors.
さて、この世界のすべての生物は体内に魔力を持つ。そして鍛錬を積んだ一部の者だけが己の内なる魔力を道具として具現化できる。それが仁義だ。その形は槍や剣であったり様々。私の場合は仁義、グリモア・ベルゼブブ。
The title is My Mighty Grimoires. Multiple?
グリモア・ベルゼブブ。私の仁義、グリモア・セブンス。すなわち7つの魔導書のうちの一つ。その能力は魔法の記憶。元来適性のない属性の魔法は使うことはできない。だがこのグリモア・ベルゼブブに人の魔法を記録することで適性のない魔法を使うことができる。私は水属性の適性しか持たないが、ストーンウォール。
Okay, very powerful, very powerful. It lets you use magic outside of your aptitude. Okay. It also records magic. Now, is it automatically? Do you have to actively do it? Other than that, I mean, pretty good, pretty versatile, very versatile. And there are 6 other grimoires as well. Now, you have put a lot of power into this one, So I'm assuming the other 6 are... We are going to have a problem to see how they stack up to this one. And again, this title is multiple grimoires, so maybe we gather them all? Like Pokemon?
彼にかけた闇属性の催眠魔法ヒプノシスも同様だ。忙しくなるわね。5日後の夜、アイスドール。
A duplicate, huh?
牢内に身代わりのアイスドールを置き、ミラージュ。
I mean, okay, I would put her at the chair instead of standing there, and have her hold the pen so it looks like she's working, even though she's not. Or maybe have her hold a book.
私は解放された。
エリザベート、とんだメギツネだったってわけだな。民のためとか言いながら俺たちからたっぷり搾取してたと言うじゃないか。
ああ、切れた話だ。何が王太子の婚約者だ。王国を乗っ取るつもりだったに違いない。
本当に許せない。縛り首って噂よ。
自業自得ってやつさ。
そうだそうだ。
当然だ。
王太子、出来が悪いとは聞いていたが、パーティーでの集大、次期国王があれじゃ、ハルドリアの者たちも頭が痛いだろうな。それに比べて、エリザベート女王の見事な振る舞い。近年、王国の陰には常に彼女の姿があった。先の帝国と王国の戦争でも、当時10歳の彼女の采配で、帝国は大きな打撃を受けた。そんな鬼札を自ら捨てるとは笑いが止まらないな。
So this is the guy we want to get in contact with. It seems like they had an antagonistic relationship with the kingdom at some point, so it would be a good starting point if you want to take over the kingdom.
どうぞ。
夜分に失礼する。
ハルドリア国王、なぜここへ？国際会議のため国を開けていらっしゃったのでは？
まずは。
Did she change her, mimic the king?
このような時間にこのような方法で面会を求めた
ことを謝罪いたしますわ。
は？
But why? Why the king?
お久しぶりです、ルーカス・レブリック子爵。
Why the king? You could have done anyone. You could have copied him. I feel like that would be less obvious than the king.
姿を偽り面会を求めた無礼をお許しくださいませ。国王であればここまでやすやすと通れましたもので。
エリザベート女？
I'm guessing she only took the king disguise whenever she enters the house.
確かあなたは幽閉されて、なぜここへ？
お願いがあってまいりました。私を帝国に亡命させていただきたいのです。
Yeah, please. No, first, are you going to be against the Empire? No? Okay, yeah, sure. Whatever you want. Don't kill me, please.
はい。
いや、確かに王太子の言動は許しがたいでしょうが。
ルーカス様。
You know that the rumor is that they want to hang her.
この国は王太子だけでなく、民も私のことを踏みにじりますのよ。
城下に広がってる噂のことですか？ですが、国王陛下や宰相がお帰り。
Yeah, once they return. I mean, it's like a month. Whatever they are doing, the emergency summit, quite honestly, they suck at their job. It doesn't take a month to have a discussion about, oh, monsters appear. Yeah, sure, this takes like a week at most. And then you go back home, you get information, you get more people, you get more specialists, and then you have another meeting. If at all.
私ほとほと愛想がつきましたの。私が消えればこの国の民にも大きな影響を与えるでしょう。ですが、それが何か問題でしょうか。全てを捧げてきたこの国と民に、私はいとも簡単に裏切られました。努力と時間をゴミのように捨てられたのです。
亡命されて、その後は
この国を潰します。
え？
許さない。絶対に。私はこの国に報復することにしたのです。
I would have liked her to just have the ring on the king's desk as like a formal declaration, because otherwise she's just disappeared and no one knows where she went. But if she left the ring there, then it's like, hey, quite honestly, I like this. If she really takes revenge on the other kingdom, we saw her in the opening fight, a bunch of other people. So this could be interesting. A real revenge story. Like, hey, I tried my best. I worked so hard, but in the end, it didn't really matter. And she just goes destroys the kingdom. Something at least happens. It again, also the opening did show her potentially killing people, which I like, that we have someone who is willing to go that extra step. That, not the wishy-washy kind of deal. Definitely gonna continue watching this one.